Hi, I'm Nancy Fredericks, and I want to talk to you a little bit about something I heard on CBS, the morning show recently, that I thought was important to share with everyone. You know, they were talking about how handwriting is coming back, and I did a fist pump, and I said, "I told you so!" And I really wanted to call several clients, and I thought, you know, that's not a very attractive quality, "I told you so." So instead I decided to do a video and share with you what I believe is really important information. So in the past, when I've been strategically coaching some executives, they've been sharing with me, you know, meetings that they had or conferences that they attended, or the CFO did an announcement that impacted their job. And I'd listen and I'd say, you know, you ought to write them a note. And there'd be a conversation about, should I write them a note? And we'd get through that because the answer is yes. And then they would say, oh, okay, that's a great idea. I'll send them an email. No, you're defeating the purpose of writing a note. You see, writing a note is a rarity in today's business environment. Think about it. When was the last time you actually received a handwritten note from someone? I bet it's hard to remember, isn't it? Well, they're a way of extending your hand, of sharing with someone who you are. Your handwriting has personality to it. The words you choose has personality to it. So in a way, you're reintroducing yourself to someone. You know, I remember that I attended a Johnson & Johnson event where I was a breakout speaker, and I met the CFO. Let me take that back. I didn't meet him. I heard the CFO talking about the profitability, the finances of the company, and the connection, the bridge between finance and people in a way that I've never heard before. And I really admired what he was sharing. And I thought it was an important kind of aspect. So I hand wrote him a note, letting him know that I heard what he said and relating a little bit about it from some other information I had. Probably about 6-8 months later, I'm also invited to be a breakout speaker at another event. And I happen to be standing on the sideline when the executive were introduced to people. And I reached out my hand and said, "Hi, I'm Nancy Fredericks," to the CFO. And he started to move on to the next person, and then he turned back to me and he said, "Did you write me a note?" And I said, "Yes." And we sat there, or stood there actually, talking a bit, probably for about 5 to 8 minutes, where I received more information about the culture and the thoughts and leadership than I would ever have done sitting in the aisle listening to the event. So that was an added plus for me, where it extended a relationship further than merely sitting in the conference room would have done. So what I want you to start thinking about is, who should you be writing notes to? How can you extend your hand out in the business world to introduce yourself in a personal way? You know, I hear a lot about handwriting is a dead art. And I want you to know, in my book, it's a reviving art. So when are you going to write that letter that deepens and starts building a relationship with the people that can be important for your future? Get to handwriting soon.